السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. قال الله تبارك وتعالى في الكلام المجيد والفرقان الحميد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. Jazakallah for gathering here. Inshallah, I'll try not to take too much time. 15-20 minutes or maximum half an hour, and then if there are any questions. This is the holy month of Sha'ban, and Rajab is one of the sacred months. After that is Sha'ban, and then Ramadan is again a holy month. So Rajab is given importance because it is one of the favored months, and Ramadan, you know, the small one. But Sha'ban comes in between. Rasulullah said, and this is the hadith in Nisa'i, narrated by Mu'az ibn Jabal radiallahu ta'ala, that this is one of the months which is neglected month. People try and just ignore it because they give importance to the Rajab, and then Ramadan is the most important month, and in between Sha'ban comes, and this is, they try and neglect it. There are students here. Month of Ramadan is very important, yes, but Sha'ban, we try to explain it as before the real exams, this is a mock. So prepare yourself in this month because you are going to reach the very holy month. So at the time, and Rasulullah, his habit was he used to fast the whole month of Ramadan. Apart from that, every month he used to fast. But Aisha Radhiyallahu Ta'ala says that the maximum fast I have seen apart from month of Ramadan was in Sha'ban. And she asked why it is, and he said because this is the neglected month. So I want to do more fasting this month. Couple of things I want to mention is that every day the angels take our deeds to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And there are two shifts. One shift is with the Fajr, the second shift with the Asr. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows everybody what we perform the deeds, but still He asks the angels, how did you leave my service? And they say, well, they were praying the Fajr Salah and we came. And the second group comes and he asks, what was my servant doing? They say, he was performing the Asr Salah. So he said, oh, he was performing, one group came and he was performing the Salah. The second group comes and says, witness, what was he doing? Performing the Salah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is raising our position in front of the angels. So every day, 2 times the deeds are presented. And every week, twice, Monday and Thursday. And that's why Rasulullah used to fast. Say that when the angels are presenting the dates, I want to be in the state of fasting. That's why he used to do. So every day, 2 times the dates are presented. Every week, 2 days the dates are presented. And then similarly, but this happens again in 1 month, 13, 14 and 15th are selected as the days where the deeds are presented. If you combine, once a year also the deeds are presented, and that is the 15th night of Sha'ban. And this is from Abu Dawud and other books of hadith, where Rasulullah mentioned that do righteous deed, because your deeds are presented on the 15th. There is a lot of controversy between the scholars saying that why you have given significance to the 15th of Sha'ban, but because this has happened. The scholars have selected this issue because people started making lots of bidah in this night. Back home in, brother, if you want to perform the salah, it's better go on the far end, because we don't want you to, your salah is to be disturbing. So a lot of bidahs were connected with this night. Back home, if you see, the people make special lighting, special food, feast, and they say that, oh, this is an important night, we should not sleep in this night. And I have witnessed myself, youngsters going and purchasing tickets to see the films whole night. They say, oh, we cannot sleep in this night, so keep us occupied. So this is the way they were spending the night, because they couldn't come to the mosque, couldn't do the zikr or tilawat or so. They say, whatever happens, we have to avoid sleeping in this night. And having functions, meals, missing the Isha Salah. They were so involved in preparing the food and so on and so forth. So these happen, so the scholars say that just ignore that this is any significance of this night. I'll give an example. If somebody who had very hot milk and drank and burned his lips and tongue, next time you present even cold lassi, looking white, in a flask or something, you will just try to blow it before drinking it hot or cold. So this is what happened. Once this was witnessed about the bidah things, they started saying that don't go near it. But we cannot ignore it. Mustn't do bidah. Follow what is the sunnah and what are the guidance given to us. So this holy month is very important to prepare ourselves for the next month. So start planning from now onwards. What should we do to prepare ourselves? Look at our activities, how our hours and days are spent. How much we allocate watching TV, looking on the mobiles and WhatsApp and this group and that group, and going along, spending time in the restaurants, meeting friends, having social events, so on and so forth. So try and start cutting them down. Tell your contacts, your mobile phone contacts, wherever you have communication going on, saying that month of Ramadan is coming, I'm trying to completely stop these activities and indulge myself in receiving and the virtuous deed. So from now on, I'm trying to cut down on this. So have a balance of cutting on these activities which are not necessary, and then move those hours in gaining virtuous deed. Increase your nafil salah. Second thing is increase your recitation of Quran. Whatever you read, if you are used to read the quarter of the juz, make it half or even one juz every day. From now onwards practice, then in month of Ramadan it becomes easy for you. To zikr. Zikr is very, very important. Increase. Because what happens is shaitan is there. There are very strong hadiths where shaitan tries to interfere with you. And in one of the hadiths says that the shaitan has got a beak, like a needle, and he pierces your heart and flow all sorts of evil thoughts in you. But if you are involved in zikr, or remembrance of Allah, his needle becomes blunt and cannot pierce in your heart. So make sure that you indulge yourself in more and more zikr, remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is very important. So increase activities which are going to give you more virtue, and decrease the activities which are useless. At the end, they are not going to give you any benefit, neither for this world nor for the hereafter. So start planning for the hereafter. One important thing is in this night is mentioned that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decides the fate of the people for the coming year. So in this night, those people's names who are going to die next year, they are ticked, saying that they are not going to witness the following month of Ramadan. This month of Ramadan will go. But before the next month of Ramadan comes, they won't be alive in this world. So pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ask Him for forgiveness. Ask Him to give you guidance. We are in need in this world is just a playground. In one place I saw a person plod on this, near the stage. You know the big roll of wiring, have you ever seen? They bring in big lorries, huge, round, and he brought near the stage. And people in the audience were thinking why he has brought the huge roll of wire which are used to do underground wiring, huge. And he pulled the top and tip of this wire, and he took a black tape, insulation tape we use for the wiring, and he rolled on this about 4 inches of insulation tape. And he said, you might be thinking I'm mad, why I'm doing this, and why I brought this whole huge roll of wire in near the stage. He said, I just wanted to explain to you. You know this 4-inch piece? This is your life in this world. And can you see this whole huge pile of wire, long roll? This is the hereafter. So we are just concentrating on this 4-inch, ignoring what is there. And that life, he said, I cannot compare it. I just wanted to show you what it is, but this is not the real picture. Because this 4-inch is going to finish. And that roll is ever, never, never, never going to finish. It is a continuation and continuation and continuation. So one has to concentrate on that roll, not for this 4-inch. We forget everything. All our struggle, all our efforts are for this 4-inch, and we are paying very, very less importance to the life hereafter, which is everlasting. Now, with these things, when these Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala descends to the last sky every night, and this is hadith in Syed Bukhari, and he asks, is there anybody who wants to be forgiven? I am here to forgive them. And this is before the Fajr time. And the entire people are sleeping. There is nobody to respond to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's question. And Rasulullah said that when this month is neglected, I want to be closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this month. Why? Because there are less and less and less people who are doing virtuous deeds. Do you know one of the hadiths when you are in marketplace? Rasulullah said that whoever recites La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu lahul mulk wa lahul hamd yuhyi wa yumiit yadul khair wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir. If a person recites one time, this person is going to get 1 million virtues, 1 million sins will be wiped away, 1 million darajat will be given, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to make a palace in Jannah for reciting one time. Why? Because in marketplace, nobody remembers Allah. Everybody is interested in doing business, buying things, selecting things, and at that place, a person remembers Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The reward for just reciting this one kalam, one dua, is so huge. Can you imagine 1 million virtues? Because Allah says that entire population is completely forgetting me, involved in their business activities. Look at this person. In this market, instead of getting involved in the business activity and the world, he is remembering me. So I have to reward him in abundance. This is what happens. So any place where people are neglecting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you remember Allah and the reward will be very high. So Rasul said that this month is neglected by people, giving importance to Rajab, giving very importance to Ramadan, and completely neglecting this month. I want to do more virtuous deed, so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that, okay, when everybody is neglecting this month, this person is doing virtuous deed in this month. So this is very important for us to remember. One thing is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He descends and asks, then He says that I am going to forgive everybody except two people. And this is the hadith, you can check it. And the Sahaba suddenly asked, who are those people? Unfortunate people. Rasulullah said, one who is committing shirk. The second one, the one who has got ill feeling, hatred against a fellow Muslim. This is very, very important for us to do. Why? Because in the shirk al-zulman azim, the highest sin on earth is the shirk. But we suddenly shaitan tell us, you are not committing shirk. But I am telling you, we have to be very, very careful. Shirk is of two types. Shirk jali and shirk khafi. Jali is the one which is open and khafi is the one which is hidden. Shirk jali is of three types. Shirk fil ibadah, where people combine somebody else in worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Shirk fi zat means they combine somebody else in the body of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Like saying that Nauz Billah, Allah has got a son, or these Devi, Devta, so many, they worship. This is all type of shirk. And third is shirk fi sifat. This is very, very careful for us to remember. Shirk fi sifat is the attribute in the qualities of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Rahim, Allah is Kareem, Allah is Razzaq. Yes? These are all His sifat. But if we combine somebody else in the sifat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are committing shirk. If we say that this is the person who has absolute authority, anything happening is because of his orders, if we believe that, we are committing shirk. So whatever high position is there, somebody has got, never think that this person has the right, absolute power to do whatever he likes. He said, no, he is doing everything because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has willed that person to do it, and that's it. Even Isa alayhi salam, when the dead body was there, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him permission to bring life to the dead. Before he used to do any act to start or giving the life, he used to say, Khum bi iznillah. Wake up, get the life because of order of Allah. He is not giving the life. He is giving the life because of order of Allah. So this is very, very important for us to remember. And a lot of people can commit shirk because of shirk fi sifat. Most important thing to avoid this is to remember, if you count anybody giving the sifat similar to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, differentiate with 3 points. One is that whatever this person is doing, he has got a beginning and the end. His power or activities or help started at a time when he was born, and there's going to finish when he dies. So this sifat, this quality has a beginning and an end, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there is no beginning and there is no end. Second thing is, this quality is delegated by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to this person. He hasn't got this quality by himself. As far as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is concerned, he has got his quality himself. Nobody has given to us. And then this quality is limited. He can do certain things, he cannot do certain things. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's quality is unlimited, boundless, endless, limitless. If you have got these 3 things to distinguish between the quality, you are not committing the shirk. This is very important to think. But lastly, I will mention what is shirk khafi, hidden shirk. The example was given that if you are performing a nafil salah yourself, somebody else comes next to you, and when you did ruku was and sajda was not so long, and you saw the next person is doing long ruku and long sajda, and you suddenly feel I should be doing very quick. So instead of telling Subhana Rabbiyal Azim 3 times, I'll make it 5 times. And Subhana Rabbiyal Ala 5 times. Because it doesn't look, I am doing very quick and this person is doing very slowly. On the day of judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to ask, when you are performing the ibadat to me, in the ruku is used to say 3 times Subhana Rabbiyal Azim. That's for me. The 5 increase, the 2 extra you made, who was this ibadah for? Not for me. For me you are doing 3 times. You increase 2 more. Why? That was to please this person. So you have combined 2 ma'bud in one salah. Doing something for me and something for this. So that's why shirk khafi is very, very important. Always remember, when you are doing something to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, concentrate on what you do. Not to show off. The moment you show off, that is shirk. And the day of judgment, the first case is going to be heard is about the 3 people who did things for show. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to ask the person who was given the power and the mind, and the scholar who was given good knowledge, and a person who was given a lot of wealth, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to ask, I gave you this name, and what did you do for me? So, I did fight on your way to please you, and so on and so forth. And the scholar say, I did so many good speeches, and so on and so forth. And the wealthy man said, I did all sorts of charitable work and spent money. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, you are liars, you are liars, you are liars. You did all to have fame for yourself, to show off your power and authority. And you are showing off your knowledge to show that thousands and thousands of people coming to listen to my speech. Okay? And the wealth you are given, you spend to show off. Very big checks in front of the television and in the newspaper. This person has built a hospital, orphanage, giving £500,000 to this charity and so on and so forth, and make sure that it's printed in all the newspapers. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, you did it for show off, and your name was very famous in the world. Everything was given to you, you have got nothing here. And these 3 people, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to ask the angels to hold the hairs of their forehead and draw them in front of all the audience and throw them in the hellfire. So, pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us, to save us from the shirk. This is very, very important. The second point is about hatred in the heart. Nobody can promise and say that my heart is completely clear. Look into you, because the most important action of shaitan is to just tell you that you are the very, very pious man. You are the most pious man. All the other people are committing sins except you. You don't commit any sins. There's nothing wrong with your activities. You are the purest person in the world. The moment this thought comes, say that this is from shaitan. Think straight away. Before you go to bed, think what I have done today. And think about whether I am going to be forgiven or not. Have I committed any shirk? Or have I got any ill feeling again or hatred against a Muslim? I have seen so many people where the brother and sister is unhappy with each other. For money, for property, for very, very small things. I have also noticed and seen some occasions when a person says that, oh, I am not going to invite that person into my daughter's wedding because he forgot to invite me in his daughter's wedding. Or they had one party where they invited so many people, they didn't invite me. So I have got this hatred against this person. This ill feeling, clear your heart, because these are the things which are preventing you from getting the rahmah and maghfirah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Clear every heart. Before you go to bed, before you sleep, the moment you put your head on the pillow, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive all sorts of sins, which I have done willingly or unwillingly. Sometimes we have committed some sins, we are not even aware of the sins. اللهم إني أعوذ بك من أن أشرك بك شيئا وأنا أعلم به وأستغفرك لما لا أعلم به. تبت عنه تبرأت من الكفر والشرك والنفاق والفحشاء والكفر والمعاصي كلها وأسلمت وآمنت وأقول لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله. Before you close your eyes, commit yourself to accept that as if you have become a kafir. Accept that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, before I want to sleep, I am telling you, please, you be witness that I am saying, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. By some act or something I have said, if I have lost my Islam, I want to commit myself to become a Muslim again before I sleep. Because once you sleep, your ruh is taken from your body. It goes under the arsh. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decides whose ruh is going to be sent back so that they are alive next morning. And for some people say that don't return this, they are not going to wake up. So you have found so many people who die in the sleep. So pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take your soul when you have got the iman. So inshallah, I'm finish it now because the children are there, and inshallah any question I am happy to answer. But pray, observe fast as much as possible in this month. Try and do virtuous deed every night and before the Fajr Salah every night. And especially spend your time on the 15th night as much as possible. Isha, Salah with Jama, Fajr Salah with Jama, and in between do virtuous deed, Zikr, Khirat, and Nafil Salah. The Hajj should not be missed in this night. Let Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us to whatever we have heard. The most person who is in need is myself. Asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept all our du'as. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive our sins. Open the right of proper guidance for us. Save us from all sorts of calamities. Save us from the ills and the thought-provoking from the shaitan. Save us from the evils of our nafs. Rasulullah used to say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, don't even hand over me to my nafs and shaitan, even for the period of blinking of the eye. Can you imagine how much time is once you close and blink? Even that sort of period, don't hand over to my nafs or shaitan, because they are going to misguide. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka